Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Deep breaths, calm, cool, collected, recognizing we have all the skills we need to succeed. N8, 6P, 1JT9. Speed, adequate. I mean, we don't even need to talk about stats too much because we have a statistical anomaly in the form of Ludovico technique. How do I like Ludovico technique? I love it. I don't like it. I love it. For whatever reason, my brain works with this item. I know I don't want to say it's not well liked, because I don't know if that's true. I have no idea what monster manual was there. I don't want to say it's not well liked, because to be honest with you, I have no idea. But I like it a lot. Anything that allows you to not have line of sight with enemies, but still do a number on them, A-okay in my books. What do we need? Well, honestly, not much. Like, as compared to the last run, this is like, it's a bounty. It's like Thanksgiving as a college student versus Thanksgiving as like, Rachel Ray. You know, the American television chef. I forget the name of her show. It was like, easy meals, 30 minutes or less or something like that. Anyway, I imagine you go to Rachel Ray's house for Thanksgiving. You know, you got turkey, you got ham, you got sweet potato casserole. I don't support it, but I understand. I support your right to have sweet potato casserole, which is a good food that then has toasted marshmallows placed on top of it for some ungodly reason. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, what do you have for Thanksgiving as a college student? Well, you got a stack of final exams and a turkey sandwich, or maybe some Lunchables. I will take little Chad. What we needed here, or what we would like to have, well, there's two different things, and they pass through the same iris, okay? That's right, I am familiar with the video game known as Overt Watch. No, not there. There's fine. We want access to this. We would like to get either a Spirit Heart or just no damage. And then, we leave it up to the game to give us a deal with the devil. Everything else is working out just fine. DPS-wise, we're okay. This is one of the very, very few archetypes of runs where we need, or would love to have, shot speed. Normally, it's a waste of an attribute, but here I will welcome it greatly. Dry baby. Something tells me that's not going to be that useful on this room. Unless, no. It's the thought that counts, right? Maybe I'm happy that we're not getting any tinted rocks, because it means, we don't have to be salty about the fact that we don't have bombs. I will not take this pill yet. I'm really feeling, and I know you're probably sick of it at this point, you're saying, hey, Eggman. Hey, entertainer, get to the entertaining parts. Look. I gotta talk myself up a little bit. Dude, I would love to get Blue Candle to go along with this run. What are you? It's an attack fly. Actually... Oh, baby, that was close. Actually a pretty solid monster Manuel, to be honest with you. And then Pin, especially with something that's basically like a weird piercing shot. Shouldn't be much of a problem. I'm feeling good. But I'm feeling good about this run. I'm feeling great about Isaac, just in general. Like, I don't know what's come over me, but, over the past 3 weeks or so, I feel like I've become a man transformed in Isaac. We definitely do want Dark Bum. Feel like I've started playing substantially better. Not just better. You know what I'm proud of myself is the limited amount of self-sabotage. Because this definitely, like, is something that comes up now and then for me is, it's no surprise to me. I am my own worst enemy because every now and then I kick the living S out of me. And if you're watching this with your kids, S stands for snot in this case. There's nothing more vulgar than that. So, feel like we've put our most basest impulses in check. Or if not checkmate, for that matter. You know, I really would like Blue Candle. We got a couple of rooms left up here. Or we got one room probably left up here. I'm willing to go for it. We don't even need to get money. We just need to get a bomb. And I would definitely go for Blue Candle over a Tinted Rock if we only have one bomb. Dude, that's insanely lucky. We should be basically beyond losing at this point. And I know that's cocky, but feels good. Today's Monday, December 31st. I am, you know what, the backlog for the backlog for Isaac is getting long. And that's good. I'll always maintain that's a good thing until we get to stories about stuff that is no longer relevant. And then it's my job to spin it into some relevancy. Look, we're never going to need more than a 10-key advance to get out ahead of this run. Curse of the Blind is very scary. Lemon Mishap does not make me salty to have paid for Blue Candle, because Lemon Mishap is just not that good. And the Ankh, dude, very rarely do we find ourselves excited about this item, but sure, you know, it might come in handy here. Anyway, it's a good day, you know, it's New Year's Eve. What are we doing? Honestly, like, we're in this position right now where it sounds, it's a first world problem. In fact, it might even be like a zero with world problem. But we've been having enough cool leisure activities that we're like, let's just sit at home and not do anything special. I got nothing against fireworks, but you know, we've been going to 2 hockey games a day for the past, you know, couple of weeks, including one tonight. So, you know, just to be insulated inside from all the from a need to be out there is nice, I think. New Year's Eve is fine. It's not I like any holiday, to be honest, that encourages some form of introspection. Like, you'll hear me talk about Halloween in a negative light sometimes. You'll hear me talk about St. Patrick's Day in a negative light sometimes. You know what you won't hear me talk about in too much of a negative light? Thanksgiving. Any holiday where, you know, the crux of the holiday is spending time with your family. And also, you know, thinking about the ways that, you know, the world has benefited you. And, you know, how you can show your appreciation for it. I think that's a very positive holiday. New Year's Eve is kind of the same. And I do mean kind of. Because another part of it is getting absolutely trashed. I mean, the Vancouver subreddit is like, it's very, I don't want to say negative, it's cynical. And I think a lot of city subreddits are cynical. And I can understand why, you know? Like, people come to your city and they're like, it's amazing here. And then you're like, it's not amazing, there's problems. And then people come to your city and they're like, I hate it. And you're like, well, you know what, buddy? Why don't you get the heck out then? But the thread was like, you know, I just moved to Vancouver. What are some cool things to do on New Year's Eve? And somebody posted, and it was the highest upvoted comment in the thread because everybody on the subreddit is exactly like me. But it was, no matter what you do, make sure that at 5 a.m. you walk down the street and shout woo extremely loudly, which indicates to everybody else that you have consumed alcohol and have had an unforgettable night like the one from the advertisements, and that it was all worth it. And I was like, dude, this guy is he's cattier than I am. I love it. Well, just about the worst damage I've taken in a while here. Marbles. Dude, thank you for the cancer trinket. And this is an important moment of self-realization and preservation. I don't think we take either of these. I don't care. I don't want them. But, you know, the other part of New Year's Eve is you think about what you want to do next year, you know? How you know, you lived your life this year and take stock of it, and how you want to improve upon that for the next year. I'm thankful, you know, my life is in a position where You know, I never have a New Year's resolution that's like, fix my life. Most of my problems are either unfixable and thus not worth worrying about, or alternatively, stuff that is easily fixed if I decide I care. Yeah, I could lose 15 pounds. It's not even that hard, it's just, you know, you gotta do it. That's the bummer. It's easy. It's an exact science, more or less, and all you gotta do is actually make the commitment yourself to actually get it done. But I'm thankful. I mean, I tweeted about it the other day, but, you know, one thing that's nice is at the end of the year, people, sometimes they'll include you in, like, tweets, or they'll make lists. They'll be like, my favorite content creators of the year. It's nice, and I'm just going to repeat basically what I said in the tweet. It's nice to see yourself included in those lists, and I am appreciative of everybody who did it. Don't take that as fishing for more inclusions. You know, I have a healthy enough ego as is in the first place. Unless we lose this run, in which case I will be inconsolable for, I mean, probably like a whole day. You know, maybe we would have been better off with Demon Tail, considering that our rate of fire is not like a mission critical stat with Ludovico. It helps, don't get me wrong, but HP might be a little bit more precious. But it's nice, and I'll tell you why. Because it reminds me that, you know, like, some days, especially on days where I don't stream, you know, all one of them throughout a week, sometimes when I'm in my office, you know, if I'm making these Isaac videos, it feels like I'm just putting content out into the void. You know? Like, I make Isaac videos, and those Isaac videos make me my income, but there's like no human involved. I mean, that's not really fair to say, because I do get, you know, comments that are like, you know, about the episode. I'm not saying that it's, you know, nobody's watching them. I'm just saying, like, it's too easy to be like, I make video gets number equals money, blah blah blah. So to have people be like, hey, you're like one of my favorite content creators of the year, and I watch all your Isaac stuff, is a nice reminder that, hey, not only, you know, are the videos watched, but also simultaneously they're liked, and it's not always a one-to-one conversion there. So I appreciate that, genuinely. I'm starting to get a little apprehensive, not about what I was just saying, but about the run in general. We've been taking a lot of goodbye. Thank God for the Ankh. We've been taking a lot of damage, and what... Oh, it's on this side. What scares me is that the damage has been not really necessarily all awful damage. You know, a lot of the damage that we've taken, I actually think, has been pretty tough to avoid, and that's what gets me a little bit startled. Now, we do have a... What? What hit me? I might have been hit by a bullet, in which case I apologize for my incredulousness. However, I didn't feel like I got hit by a dang bullet. I feel like I got telefragged by this dude. Don't do that King K. Rool move on me, mister. So Gimpy plus Little Chad plus Dark Bum is a great recipe for sustainable HP. There's no question about that. I was just a little bit spooked, and I think rightfully so. We got whittled down pretty good on this floor. I have to walk on it. Don't talk to me. I think I'm 1 HP away from death. I don't know what happened there. It's honestly, I mean, it's scary. Granola throat is scary. But also, just keep in mind, we got a chance here. Just stay cool. Was that an embarrassing room? Yes. What did we do wrong? Is obvious. We should have, even as we were getting hit, we should have kept Ludo on the enemies. I was kind of like, I was spaced out. Just trying to dodge instead of focusing on how to hit them. But we're back. No reason to fear. We have so many, like, mathematically beneficial things working out in our favor right now. I stand by the fact that we didn't play too badly on that room. The problem is the Curse of the Blind, Curse of the Tower. And that's, you know... Should we make it through this run, which appeared to be obvious, but is now becoming increasingly suspicious. Thank God, for even if it's just a Spirit Heart. We should maybe keep in mind the item pools. You know, on a curse room, maybe you don't want to, or on a boss trap room, mob trap room, maybe you don't want to take a question mark. Yeah, sure, it could be Guppy's head, but it could be Curse of the Tower. So and it's unexpected for me as well. That floor basically was the luckiest floor we've had over the whole streak so far. Easily could have been dead. Thank God that the Ankh showed up. Thank God that we got Gimpy, so we had enough... What happened to my other trinket? Thank God that we had Gimpy, so that we had enough red hearts to turn into Spirit Hearts to survive. Same goes for Little Chad. Wow, that was close. Alright, so here's what you do. You know, we narrowly escaped disaster. Take a deep breath. Remember, you're alive, for one. I hate these diagonal dudes. Once you recognize you're alive, remember that just because you know, had a bad run here, and maybe this is a good piece of metaphorical advice you could take into New Year's with you. Even though that was probably like a week and a half ago at this point. Yo, not bad. You know, recognize that just because you've been on a bad path here for a couple floors, maybe, doesn't mean you have to follow it through to the end of the prophecy. You know, you don't have to put a period at the end of the sentence. You can rewrite, you can edit. We can start playing well. We could change the narrative so that at the end of this run, people are going, hey, NL played like garbage at the start of it, but he really got it together at the end. That's my hope. Now, I would love to see some DPS. I think that would be extremely advantageous for us. I tried to sneak that shot by, but yeah, with the rocks there, not too likely. Hello. Hello? Please stop. Like the... Uh-oh. Alright. The thing about this run that's... We're gonna get hit. There was a rock there. Oh my god. The rocks have taken away and the rocks have giveth. The thing that's worth remembering about this run, which is what I was gonna say about 12 times, is we don't have good DPS. And that's why it's really tempting here to take Sacrificial Altar, but I'm gonna level with you. I don't think we can afford to risk getting rid of Dark Bum. I think that this is completely a run where old NL would have taken Sacrificial Altar and then been like, you know, we got enough HP regardless. I don't think that's actually true. Now, if we got, like, you know, Abaddon, some DPS plus some damage, we definitely would feel differently. Because I gotta level with you, our DPS is garbage. Just because we have Ludovico technique, you know, that doesn't take away from the fact that we have what essentially amounts to the DPS from an above-average Eden run right now. The start of an above-average Eden run, for that matter. That's probably Dry Baby? Dry Baby. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better do damage now and then to enemy. There's like about 100 syllables too many there. So I would, this may come as a surprise, but I feel like we're actually kind of in train wreck territory. Man, this is miserable. Miserable? This is miserable. Just because our DPS is so bad, And we have a really, really good means to get more HP. I'll tell you, after doing this room, I really stopped beating myself up over the poor damage that I took earlier. Because I'm like, no wonder you took damage. Look at this. Please. Thank you, my friend. Yo, okay. That's going to save me a lot of time. I don't at all care about getting to boss rush. It's exclusively about survival. I was really trying to bait him out there. It's about survival and another word that I've just invented called thrival. You know, we need a little bit... I mean, we need a lot more DPS to be confident right now. Because as good as things are right now, you know, it's been a couple of floors since we've had a shocking mistake. Or, you know, 8 shocking mistakes in consecutive order. I'll take it. At this point, I think we've already gotten the worst of the worst. What are you going to do? Give me Cursed Eye? Yeah. Well, you gave me something that makes me hope that Sacrificial Altar shows up again, I guess. But we got to remember, we have a cursed combination, you know. And I gotta be honest with you, with full HP, anytime I see a room I dislike, I'm kind of just getting the heck out of town. That was not very smart. By the way, this is the cursed combination. What is going on with that? That bullet is from Multidimensional Baby. I think. This is the cursed combination, is what I meant to say. How did you pay out there? That doesn't make any sense to me. You didn't pay out on the room? Dude, I'm gonna level with you. Oh, right. That's why that won't work. But at least we did find a second secret room. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll play you a little bit. I don't know, man. This is a situation where you really would like... It's fine. It's a situation where you really, really would like to get that 33% deal with the devil chance. It begins. Like, I wouldn't call the hearse. We have a lot of survivability. But for enemies that are particularly mobile, this is a disaster. And you can talk about Ludo all you want. At the end of the day, we didn't have a choice whether or not we took it. Terrible dodge. Okay, so we know Polaroid's on the left. Twitch Prime top right, by the way. Thank you. We did beat the odds. Book of Sin is horrendous. Dark Prince's Crown does nothing. We definitely cannot afford to take the other one. I stand by this again. We made a tactical decision. We know we have the means to get HP back later. Should we live long enough? The boss fight, I think this is like an unwritten rule. The boss fight is always through that room. So I'm gonna try to get our HP up a little bit higher, because the way I see that room going right now is get hit, pick up or drop 20 bombs on the ground, and then it's impossible for us to make it through. I'm very disappointed that the deals with the devil that showed up were horrible, but I'm not disappointed that we looked for them. Even with Curse of the Blind, I think that's that's recognizing the fact that this runs in a weird spot. And sometimes, you know, you need to roll the dice. Sometimes there's Zane works for a reason in certain situations. A lot of stuff on the screen making it a little tricky to dodge, by the way. We're happy to have any room with combat. I have no desire whatsoever to rush through this floor, unless we get like an Emperor card. Might consider it then. We'd really, really like to get... I guess with marbles, I'm probably getting hit and swallowing our trinkets, huh? Or am I just literally forgetting them? I'm still getting used to this item. It hasn't been in the game for a long time. Again, we're taking every pill. Lucky us. What did I there's like a 99.9% chance. If you see that room that's dangerous, you're gonna have to walk through it to get to the exit. It's just science. So here's what you do. I don't know how that's supposed to help me. Just run. Our speed is not high enough to make that a good time. Hey, this guy, he doesn't even know what's up. Just tag him. Takes as long as it takes, boys. Huge. Thanks for the penny. Will we take the pill? Oh, absolutely. This is our nightmare room. Every run's got a room that it does worst against by definition. This one is in the theme of ours for sure. Amnesia. As far as bad pills go, it's not that bad. Fair enough. Thought we had him. This is an easy decision. Well, you know, I budgeted the kind of time where I could do 3 Isaac runs today. The first one was a very strong daily. The second one was the one we just had. And the third one is this one. So I'm feeling like if we make it through today with some W's, you know, we've learned some valuable stuff. And simultaneously, you know, that feels sincerely like a secret room to me. All right. And simultaneously, we'll be counting our lucky stars. I don't know about you guys. I'm not as interested in the curse room as I might have been at an earlier point in my life. And by the way, if there's an adversary for us on this run, you know what it is? Excuse me? It's like the end of Collateral Damage. How are you still alive? You guys don't remember that 2003 movie Collateral Damage starring Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's a classic bad action movie. Rented from Blockbuster Video. You know what? I got overly cocky. I thought I had you. I never even had my car. I don't want this run to be over, just to be clear. What I want is, you know, we win the coin flip, roughly, for a deal with the devil here. And then it's just an item that's good enough to make our descent that much easier. And I don't mean my descent into madness. I mean my descent into, you know, literally descending to lower and lower floors. Please? It was very scary. I should like to leave this floor now. These are also horrible rooms. Alright, we made it. A good card? Death? Sure, I mean, depending on the boss, the death card could be fine. Not really great against this guy, but we might as well get it out of our hair. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Please stop doing this. Now, even though this run is, we have a great excuse to not be doing amazingly and to go slow, there is still room for improvement. I should be using Blue Candle a lot more often. It's our best damage dealer by far. And we're just throwing it away. Speed up, very nice. And I gotta admit, the ability to fly is tempting, but I don't know if I can afford to trade DPS for damage, which is basically what that would be. So I'm saying no to it, but I did think that there's a reasonable case for that to not be bad. Dude, I will have nightmares about fighting Hush on this run. Thank God it's not a daily. Tears up. Beautiful. It's not amazing, but it's a good start. High Priestess also, you know, even just to... We're gonna get hit, that's fine. At least we have invincibility. You know, you don't need to use High Priestess. You could even use it right here, and I think that would be A-okay. You don't need to use it on a big enemy. You just need to use it on... For some purpose. I can't believe on this... It's supposed to be a holiday. You're gonna hit me with this attempted train wreck. Like the 2009 film Unstoppable. Starring Denzel Washington. And Chris Pine. About a train that just will... it cannot be reasoned with. Nor can it be... Well, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but... It definitely... The premise of it is that it can't be stopped. Slowed down, I'm unaware. I have to imagine that at some point that title probably lies to us and the train is stopped. Otherwise, that'd be a heck of a negative ending. We're not going to take Locust of War. That will not be our secret room, so we will not go to our curse room. Here, just get in line. Thank God for these cards, too. It's another High Priestess, dude. You know what? Stomp. Easy money. This is like, we owe... Thank you. We owe so much of this run to so many different sources. Yep. Face me. Face me. Face me. I hate to say it, we almost owe Curse of the Tower a little bit. Now, I did say almost, because it also did almost kill us on some of these truly heinous rooms. And that would have been, I'm so glad we lived. It's still going to be clippable as like, this guy is, he wants to have a 100 streak. But we did live. And I think, you know, that would have been just a truly awful way. Like, just a demoralizing way to lose. Especially to lose a large streak. Large-ish. By my standards, at least. I know Cobalt's on, as of this recording, he's on like 84-0. I mean, no disrespect meant. You know, it's an incredible achievement. It's made a little bit less incredible. Based on the fact that he's better at the game than I am. Is that how that works? Yeah, the Yankees won the World Series, but they're a better team than the other team, so it's not that surprising. Yo, thank you. This deal could... But you know, that's fine. We would be content with a lump of coal. It's actually okay with Ludovico technique. It's a decent quality of life improvement. Sure. This has not been a good run. But that's okay. It's been an interesting run. No, I'm not doing that room. At this point, you know, the game... And you'll take this lesson from people in your life as well. Actually, you know what? We could use Maggie's Faith for one more floor. You know, the game is... I'm not going to say mistreated us, but it's made things pretty tough on us. And now at the end, they're going to give us these golden chests. And that's basically just an opportunity for the game to gaslight you, the viewer, into being like, well, you know... I know, you angle bracket, complains about run, angle bracket, doesn't pick up items. And then the next reply is, angle bracket using green text on YouTube. You know, some of you guys think I live in a box with no internet access. I just go and I retreat into my den. Read books by Aldous Huxley until bedtime. That's only a recent innovation. I'm very familiar with the parlance of the internet. Extremely good. And oh my god, are we actually killing things like sort of quickly now? This feels incredible. That's the game messing with you. That's the game trying to get you to believe that there's a wonderful run hidden somewhere within this questionable run. And I don't believe that that's the case. I believe sometimes, you know, you're stuck with whatever you're stuck with. And we're making it work. Tinted rock there. Keep that in the mental ledger. We're making it work. But I don't think, you know, hey, those 3 golden chests might have contained red chests, which might have contained guppy, which might have contained, you know, I don't know why she swallowed the fly. I guess she'll die. You get what I mean? At this point, the game is unforgivable in this one unique instance. I refuse to give it the opportunity to make our run easy and take my pride away from me. We earned this one. It's for us. So, I'm not abstaining from using Blue Candle because of Vibrant Bulb. I'm abstaining from using it because I don't have the mental bandwidth to do all the things that need to be done here. There's definitely times when it's extremely appropriate. And we get the stats back. I mean, you can see for yourself. If this ends up being a dead end, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind, dude. Don't you do it. I'll tell you one thing, this run has gone a long way towards tempering any love and enthusiasm that I might have had towards Ludovico technique, but I guess I have to keep in mind, were it not for Ludovico technique, our DPS would be even worse, or at least it would feel worse, I think. And there's very little to complain about on a boss fight like this. Well, you know what? Thank God for all of our defensive items. Thank you, Gimpy. Thank you, Dark Bomb. Thank you, Little Chest. Thank you, Onk. Of all items. For the time you've given me. 'Cause you're once, twice, 3 times a defensive item in you guys like, I don't even know who sings 3 times a lady. Don Henley? Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons? Was the hotel named after the weather phenomenon? Or was it named after the band? I have no idea. Please, Lord. Well, I will take this. Very good, although the shot speed down is a little annoying. Everything else is fine. I have no idea how Loki's horns will work for us. Apparently is doing nothing right now, which is not unexpected. Oh, that's what Loki's horns does for us. You know, it's interesting at the very least. I'm super stoked to have Bumbo. That's actually, assuming we can get some money to drop, I'm an extremely happy man. Because, you know, Bumbo would, like, basically by default be our best damage dealer. I don't know, sometimes I even lose the Ludo tier at this point. My own worst enemy. Not a good room to use Something's Wrong. We'll save it for a room with a lot of little enemies on it. And you know, again, this is another run. You know, the last run, we navigated well. And, you know, I gave myself what I would describe as, you know, adequate props for doing so. This run, we were saved. And I'm not afraid to say it. I think, you know, the less times you have to be saved, the better. But everybody, at some point in their Isaac career, is going to be, for the grace of Edmund McMillan, they will live and proceed. And that's where we're at right now. Thank you, Edmund. Happy New Year to you as well. Thanks for letting me exit 2018 on, well, in general, but also on a decent note with a streak that I can't really complain about. And if anything, I'm starting to get increasingly proud of. Oh, easy room for I Can See Forever. There's an invisible man. Why not? I don't know, man. It's weird. Yeah, we should just not use blue candle. I'm learning that from watching the health bars go down. I think we're better off just not using it. But in the end, dude, success. Speed, power, agility. These are the things I love about my new 2017 Audi RS5 from the Capilano Auto Mall. I don't own an Audi RS5. That's me doing an impression of Canucks rookie phenom Elias Pettersson. I own a 2015 Ford Focus with a busted transmission that the, not the dealership, but the worldwide brand refuses to acknowledge is a known issue despite the hundreds of thousands of people complaining about it. Definitely not giving a vulgar gesture to a camera that doesn't exist right now. Oh, we won. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Bless up to the Ankh for the victory. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion. Be notified when I go live. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. See ya.